recipe for the chicken that's quick, easy, simple, but so yummy is the garlic herb and wine. By the way, guys, just to let you know, the recipe for what I just showed you will be down below. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell so you continue to get our latest videos that we put out. And please, if you have any comments or any questions or anything you'd like to see, maybe a new recipe, or you want to know how to do something, please let us know. We would love to do the research for you, try it out, and then let you know what we come up with. This particular recipe is nice because you can either do it on the grill, or what I do is I put it in the oven and I bake it at 350 degrees for 45 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started, and let me show you how easy this is to do. As you've seen before, I'm using one of my favorite gadgets, my Ziploc baggie holder, and the arms come up. You set it on the table and you pull up the extensions in order to place your baggie in the middle. So in the meantime, I've done my prep work by getting my Ziploc baggie, putting today's date on it, and then listing, this is my garlic herb and wine chicken, and then I'm gonna bake it at 350 degrees for 45 minutes. So all of my instructions on there. This way, when I go in the freezer and pull it out, it's not like I'm trying to figure out what in the world is in my baggie. So let's go ahead and open it. And then we'll put it in our holder. Put the ends underneath the clips. And as I already mentioned to you, I do use skinless, boneless chicken breasts, and I cut them up, as you can see, in large pieces. And so for this recipe, I use about 2 pounds, sometimes 2.5 pounds, but no more than that, because in order to really get the flavor well, it's best not to go over 2.5 pounds. I would recommend staying closer to the 2 pound marker. So let me go ahead and just pour my chicken in. And I'm gonna move it around a little bit because 2 pounds of chicken in that baggie is a little heavy, isn't it? So let me go ahead and reclip it at the top to hold it open for me. There we go. Okay, so what I use to do this recipe is McCormick's Grill Mates. I don't know if you've tried different ones of theirs, but they have some really, really good ones. And maybe I'll share some of my other recipes that I have made with other flavors that they have out, and it's turned out wonderful. So again, just to remind you, you can do this on the grill or in the oven and bake it. Again, I bake it at 350 degrees at 45 minutes. So let me just share this with you. This meal I like doing, especially on those nights where either I have a lot going on during my day and I have just a small increment of time to get dinner on the table because I have something else that I'm doing in the evening time. So what's nice about this is that you can go ahead and clean some baked potatoes, whether sweet potatoes or your white potatoes, and you can put those in at 350 degrees and then mark it for 15 minutes in your oven. Once the timer goes off at 15 minutes, now add your chicken that's been marinated and in the freezer in the oven at that time, and then you finish both things in 45 minutes. Your potatoes will be done, your chicken will be done. So the only other thing you need to add is a side vegetable, either a salad or maybe some fresh broccoli or cauliflower that you stir fried. So this is a very quick, easy meal to get on your table, and very nutritious as well. Okay, so let me go ahead and open this up. And all you do is you add the packet of seasoning throughout. And this calls for the distilled white vinegar, as you can see, and it asks for just 1 tablespoon. So let me get my tablespoon. And I pour the 1 tablespoon in. And then it asks for 1/4 cup of water. So I have my 1/4 cup measure. And I'm going to pour a 1/4 cup of water in there. So the recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of oil. I happen to use canola oil. I prefer canola oil over vegetable oil. It is a little bit more heart healthy, so that's why I use it. But you can use vegetable oil, it's not a problem. So it takes 1/4 cup of oil. And then I just unclip my baggie and I just kind of circle around inside my holder just to make sure I get all the oil out, because as we know, sometimes your chicken breasts can be a little dry. So if you do that little trick, it can help to make sure you get all the oil in there, and that in itself helps to keep your chicken breast nice and moist. And that is it. So let me unclip my bag, and I'm going to move this out of the way. And now, as you know, my routine, I just ziplock the top part. I don't take my air out just yet. Okay, because again, I want to be able to move those flavors around gently, but yet you still want to be able to mix them so that they can be tossed. Now in this particular recipe, I would leave it in your refrigerator. Now sometimes what I'll do is I'll do it overnight in the refrigerator. This way I can toss it and let it sit and marinate overnight. And then I take it and go put it in the freezer, and it will be wonderful when you're ready to need it. But you've had that few hours in the refrigerator in order for that flavors and to marinate and tenderize your chicken breasts at the same time. So now I'll go ahead and just open the bag a little bit, squeeze my air as much as possible. And as I said, I'm going to take this now and just lay it in my refrigerator for a few hours before I put it in the freezer. And then every time I go in the refrigerator, I'll just turn my bag upside down so that to make sure that those juices get all over the place. So I hope you love it. I hope you enjoyed as much as our family does, and happy eating. Have a good day. So I just pulled out my baked potatoes and my garlic, herb, and wine chicken that I baked at 350 degrees. It is done. We've been busy smelling it, and we are ready to eat. So hope you like what you see, and I hope you enjoy it when you make the same recipe.